Welcome to the 2016 Commencement Program. I am Dr. Julie Helber, and it is my privilege to serve as the principal of Saline High School. With me on the dais to conduct our graduation ceremony is Mr. Scott Graydon, Superintendent of Saline Area Schools, Mr. Kurt Ellis, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Mr. Steve Lotch, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum Instruction, and Mrs. Janice Warner, Assistant Superintendent of Finance. Mrs. Carol Melcher, Principal of Saline Alternative High School, and Mrs. Jody Galinsky, Principal of the South and West Washtenaw Consortium. Along with the Board of Education President, Mr. Paul Heineck, Trustees, Mr. Alan Brilliant, Mrs. Karen Delhay, Mr. Tim Austin, Chief Craig Heft, Mr. Dennis Valente, and Mrs. Heidi Fanis. Before the graduates enter, I'm asking everyone to remain seated. Thank you for your cooperation. Now it is my pleasure to present to you the class of 2016. Our national anthem will be played by the combined band and orchestras of Saline High School. They are conducted today by Mr. Ben Reed and Mr. Matthew Breyer. It would be appreciated if gentlemen would remove their hats and mortarboards. At this time, would the audience please stand and join us for the singing of our national anthem? You may be seated. I would like to present the Saline High School Chamber Choir and Chamber Orchestra seniors under the direction of Miss Sarah Price. Thank you to the Saline High School Chamber Choir and Chamber Orchestras. It is my privilege to introduce today's guest speaker. Each year, the senior class selects the keynote speaker for commencement. Over the years, we have had important and somewhat famous speakers. We've had coaches, Bo Schembechler and Lloyd Carr, for example, CEOs of major companies, political figures, and astronauts. This year, the class of 2016 has invited a person who has quite an impressive background. Jim Harbaugh was named the 20th coach in Michigan football history on December 30th, 2014, becoming the 6th former Michigan football player to lead the college football's winningest program. Harbaugh arrived in Ann Arbor after an impressive 4-year run in the NFL with the San Francisco 49ers. Prior to making the jump to the 49ers, Harbaugh established himself as a leader at the college level, more specifically at Stanford University, where he received the Woody Hayes Award as the nation's top college coach. In his first head coaching experience, Harbaugh led the University of San Diego to a 29-6 record and back-to-back Pioneer Football League championships during his 3 seasons. Harbaugh spent the 2002 and 2003 NFL seasons as the quarterbacks coach with the Oakland Raiders. He helped the organization reach Super Bowl 37 after winning the AFC Western Division title. Harbaugh played for 5 organizations during his 15-year NFL career. He was named the AFC Offensive Player of the Year, the NFL Comeback Player of the Year, and was a Pro Bowl selection after leading the Indianapolis Colts to the AFC Championship game in 1995. Playing for the University of Michigan under Bo Schembechler, Harbaugh led the nation in pass efficiency and finished as led the nation in pass efficiency. Harbaugh won the Chicago Tribune Big Ten Most Valuable Player Award and earned first-team All-America honors and finished 3rd in the Heisman Trophy balloting. Harbaugh led the Wolverines to a 21-3-1 record as a full-time starter for his final 2 seasons as quarterback. Harbaugh and his wife Sarah have 2 daughters, Addison and Catherine, and a son, Jack. He also has 3 children, Jay, James Jr., and Grace. He is the son of Jack and Jackie Harbaugh. Jack was an assistant coach at Michigan from 1973 to 1979. Harbaugh's brother John is head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, and his sister Joni is married to Indiana University's men's basketball coach, Tom Crean. Please welcome to the podium, Coach Jim Harbaugh.
Thank you. Guys, look out at this 2016 graduating class. They look strong. They look handsome and beautiful. They look smart and healthy. And I got one word for you: impressive. Very, very impressive. And we're all for you here, everybody here in the stadium today, everybody that lives here in the area and in southeastern Michigan and the state of Michigan is for you, in your corner. We want you to do well. What's good for the bee is good for the hive. And I think we can also let you know that, let the world know, let the country know that the youngsters in Michigan are thriving. Thank you very much. Grateful to be here. Grateful to be asked to share in this wonderful day with all of you. I'd like to extend special thanks to Principal Julie Helber, Superintendent Scott Graydon, President Paul Heineck, and the members of the Board of Education for inviting me to speak to you today. I'd also like to give a shout out to McKenna Drevno, a member of the 2016 graduating class, and the daughter of Tim Drevno, U of M's offensive coordinator. Also to Alex Bromley, and the son of our video director, Phil Bromley. Also the 39 students that are going to U of M next year. We'll see you in the fall. This is a great day. Great day. I hope you all are experiencing the thrill of victory. The wonderful, wonderful feeling of winning, accomplishing your mission of graduating from high school. A job well done. Another job well done. I also hope you're experiencing gratitude towards those who have helped you and for what is to come. I believe in living my life with an attitude of gratitude. My dad used to say something all the time in our household that has really stuck with me over the years. He'd say, "Who's got it better than us?" And all us kids would go, "Nobody, Dad, nobody." It's very powerful, and it always made me smile. It usually was said at the conclusion of something, bringing a finality to something, and it was always intended to mean like all was good with the world. And I mean, what kid could have it better than have a dad who says this and believes it? We are all affirming our belief in one another. And the truth is, it's darn near impossible for someone to believe in him or herself until they find someone who believes in them. But by arriving at this milestone today, each of you has earned the belief of someone. Your parents, your grandparents, your friends, teachers, family, clergy, neighbors. The list is long. So graduates, let's take a quick minute. Let's do this fast here and write. I'd like the graduates to stand up. Find the special people that are out there supporting you, the ones you know are going to cheer when your name is called. You know where they're standing, probably sitting together there. Make eye contact with them, stand up, and say thank you. Say thank you to them. All right, now that we've regained order, good as it gets, good as it gets. And now you're graduating, you're probably wondering what's next. You know, the competition will still be there, and it's coming, and it's going to be fierce. I was hoping to stand up here today and give you a few tips, a few reminders, some advice, coaching points, kind of the things that I do, and so hopefully something that you can take with you and use as a tool. First thing, right off the bat, you are going to need enthusiasm. Give you a little story. When I was in the first grade, living in Iowa City, Iowa, first grader, very cold day, went to school with a very bad attitude. That is the first time my father, Jack Harbaugh, told my brother John and I to attack this day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. It became a mantra for our family. It's become a mantra for our program. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Nothing was ever achieved without enthusiasm." Jack Harbaugh said, "Attack this day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind." Two of history's great philosophers agree. So enthusiasm must be important. I believe that enthusiasm leads to long-term improvement. Better today than yesterday, better tomorrow than today. I'm going to coach you right now to be enthusiastic. You want to be coached up on being enthusiastic? Do you want to be enthusiastic? enthusiastic? Oh boy, am I enthusiastic! That's how you do it. And it's in the eyes, too. It's in the eyes. They are cheerful and undefeated. Next, learn to be a good follower. Obedience is an underrated talent. In today's culture, being a follower and being obedient is treated as a negative. Actually, the ability to put yourself under authority is a valuable and rare talent to continue to seek help. None of us have ever done anything on our own, including being born. We need help. Advice. This is under the advice category. Surround yourself with humanity's most evolved human beings. The most loving, caring, spiritual, respectful, hardworking, happy people you can find. Remember, peer pressure is not a bad thing if you have the right peers. The other thing to remember is everyone will make fun. Everyone will make fun of you. Everyone has something that someone will make fun of. I can tell you almost every day of my life that I can remember, including today, it happened today, someone has made fun of me for something. You know, my teeth were crooked, or the clothes you wear, how you look, what you weigh, how you talk, what kind of car your parents have. The list is so long to mention, it's too long to mention. I had a coach, Mike Ditka, legendary coach who played for the Chicago Bears. He once told me, Jim, you will have your critics. Screw them. And I truly believe it's one of the best pieces of advice I have ever received. Because what else are you going to do? Waste good time thinking about it? And I have always been from the sticks and stones school of thought and lived by it. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Unless someone is lying or bullying or attacking someone or something you love, then stand your ground. Winston Churchill said, "You have enemies? Good. At least you stood for something sometime in your life." And also, give them as little ammo as possible. A few more tips to always stay on and take the high road. Tip, be on time. It's a great one. Here's another one. You don't have to have a good memory if you tell the truth. Our dad used to tell my brother John and I flat out, never lie, never cheat, never steal. Here's a fact for you. The grading scale for integrity is you get 100% or you get 0%. You get an A or you get an F. And there's choices that you're going to make daily. And there's choices you're going to make daily where a dishonest advantage can be gained. Don't. Because whatever is gained will be negated. And then some, sometime down the road. Tip, do one more thing. Do your job well. Don't advertise it. Do one more thing and just do it. Do what is asked and expected, and then find one more thing to do. Now, you run the risk of getting more responsibility that way, but isn't that what you want? Another tip, hustle, constant hustle, hustling at all times. When I was a kid going out to Halloween in the neighborhood, I would run from house to house. While the rest of the kids walked, I'd run. I was determined to get more candy than the rest of the kids. And then after I hit all the houses in the neighborhood, I'd come back home, change in to a secondary costume, and go hit all the houses again. I've taught my kids that. They did it this Halloween, crushed the neighborhood again. But that's the kind of hustle that we're looking for. you just remember this. Remember this one, if you will. It's just not that hard to outwork people. Most people expect and want to have more fun and have less work, so you can get them. And I'll wrap it up. You're 18 years old and attacking the world. And hopefully you're attacking it with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. And know this, your parents are savoring this day, taking their final pictures of your childhood, and it's going to go up in the living room. It's one of those life markers. That picture will hang in the living room of each and every one of you. High school is over, but life is a constant process of education. Today's the first day of the rest of your life, and wherever you go from here, education is the key to unlocking opportunity. Congratulations to the class of 2016. It's a simple truth. Life is an awesome thing. And before I go, I got a question for you. I want to all answer this and reverberate it all around Saline, all the way to Ann Arbor. I'm going to ask you who's got it better than us. Give you a little tip. And then you say, nobody. Okay, will you do that for me? Who could possibly have it better than us? Thanks for your attention.
Coach Harbaugh, on behalf of the graduates and their families, thank you for honoring us as our commencement speaker today. At this time, I would also like to thank the people who have made this commencement a reality. And the list is long, so I'll ask that you hold your applause till the end. Michelle Monahan, Commencement Coordinator. Senior Class Advisors, Madeline Clark and Sherry Horowitz. Undergraduate Advisors, Beth Bodilla, Ariane Frink, Chris Trainer, Carolyn Kreppel, Tanya Hike, Holly Neeb, and Jennifer Dodge. Musical Directors, Sarah Price, Nate Lampman, Ben Reed, and Matt Breyer. Our custodial staff, in particular, Gordon Boucher and Ken Spicer and the entire custodial team across the district. All of the teachers, paraeducators, administrators, and staff across the district who have made an impact on our students, and especially those who are here with us today. Retired English teacher Mary Gordon Converse, who has worked endless hours helping our senior class president fine-tune his speech to the senior class today. Senior Brennan Mitchell for designing the cover for your commencement program. Director of Facilities Rex Clary. Sound engineer Ben Culver. Saline High School counseling staff Brian Bruckman, Tara Chambers, Michelle Monahan, and Kathy Musio. Carol Melcher, principal at the Saline Alternative High School. Jody Galinsky, principal of the South and West Washtenaw Consortium. Assistant principals Marie Schluter, Joe Palka, Kirk Evanson, as well as Pleasant Ridge principal Brad Bizu, and future high school principal David Raft. Betty Yankee for countless hours spent finalizing our program, and our other secretarial staff and support staff who helped. On behalf of the graduates, their families, and Saline schools, thank you. The 480 students in the class of 2016 have excelled throughout their 4 years at Saline High School. Their success has been documented not only in their classrooms, but in and on our athletic programs and extracurricular activities. Their academic achievements have been outstanding. Saline High School has been recognized as one of America's best high schools. Our advanced placement test pass rate is #1 in the state of Michigan. There are 11 National Merit semifinalists and 11 National Merit finalists. And there are 7 commended National Merit Scholars. 143 students are graduating with an unweighted grade point average of 3.667 or higher. In addition, the class of 2016 has been the recipient of local scholarships totaling over $100,000 from 38 contributors. These scholarships come from service organizations, memorial funds, businesses, individual donations, and educational institutions. 74% of these graduates will attend four-year universities and colleges. 18% will attend two-year educational programs. Others will attend skilled trade schools, enter the workforce, or join the military. A special thank you to our Saline students who will be serving our country. Regardless of their destinations, the lessons and skills they have learned at school, home, and in our community will serve them well as they face their future. Saline High School is an institution in which quality of work is the expectation, not the exception. The class of 2016 has maintained that level of excellence. Their service and character are a tribute to their parents, families, school, and community. I would like to take this opportunity to personally thank the class of 2016. I am honored to have had the opportunity to be your principal for the last 4 years. The memories we have made together will be cherished for many years to come. Thank you, class of 2016. It is my honor to now introduce the Superintendent of Saline Area Schools, Scott Graydon. Mr. Graydon, please join me at the podium for the presentation of the diplomas.
Dr. Helber, has the class met their graduation requirements?
Mr. Graydon, President Heineck and Board of Education, the class of 2016 has met and exceeded the requirements for graduation and is prepared to receive their diplomas. It is my privilege to present to you the class of 2016. I invite President Heineck and the high school counselors to the podium to present the class of 2016 with their diplomas.
Ryan Adamovich. Alexander Vaughn Agbabian. David Alexander Alberti. Justin Andrew Ross Alcock. Husnan Ali. Matthew David Allgood Gotchis. Claire Nicole Amstutz. Rosemary Lucille Ensorg. Michael Max Eris. Amelia Louise Armstrong Grant. Ayush Aurora. Alexander Paul Avery. Frank George Berkteris. Quinn Anton Baker. Heather Fries Bannett. Jacob Kyle Bargo. Nathaniel Gregory Barnett. Sarah Marie Barnett. Haley Marie Baszler. Jocelyn Michelle Bauer. Stephanie Ann Bay. Anthony Edward Becker. Jacob Christopher Beecher. Anna Elise Berkey. Nathan Scott Berman. Victoria Ann Black. Brian Wesley Blankenship. Maria Grace Blights. Alexander Christian Blunk. Christopher Aaron Bolton. Selena Marie Bostick. Brooke Lynn Barassa. Kyle Nathan Boxeth. Noah Thomas Boyd. Kennedy Ann Boyer. Robert Wayne Braley. Miranda Rose Brandley. Zizek Michael Bracci. Emma Catherine Brennan. Alexandra Marie Bress. Bakari Zaire Bridgewater. Jenna J. Brief. Alexander Ryan Bromley. Isaac Henry Broniak. Sullivan J. Bro. Brandon Stephen Brown. Matthew David Brown. Michael James Brown. Alexander Charles Burkhart. Caleb James Burkhart. Spencer James Burt. Philip Mark Bertel. Savannah Lee Butler. Alexander James Calder. Austin Kenneth Calhoun. Jordan Travis Campbell. Dashel James Kerkner. Jacqueline Lorraine Caswell. Jared Scott Caudill. Kyle Ryan Caudill. Philip Joseph Colley. Colin Patrick Kavanaugh. Elizabeth Ashley Shaban. Paul Robert Chan. Sydney Ann Chandler. Michael Jiachen Chen. Lexi Marie Chi. Ryan Alexander Chu. Julie Sertina. Samantha Jo Clark. Kyle Allen Klickner. Christopher Bernard Combs. Clay Matthew Conkle. Aaron Michael Conley. Aaron Elizabeth Connor. Jenna Marie Cook. Joshua Charles Craig. Derek James Crawford. Ryan Alexander Christenberry. Sean Thomas Crowley. Haley Catherine Cummings. Hannah Bernice Cummings. Timothy Allen Custer. Andrew Alfonso DeCunto. Jordan Diane Davis. Josiah Lee Davis. Ross McCoy Deaton. Alexa Marie DeFord. Jensen Marie Dejanovich. Ethan Bryce DeLand. Kaylee Morgan Dents. Spencer Robert Dirksen. Sansara Alicia Deshpande. Andrea Christine Doa. Amanda Ruth Dooley. Bryce Christopher Doss. Andrew Tyler Drake. McKenna Jean Drevno. Alexa Floretta Druckmiller. Noah Christian Duncan. Rachel Brianna Lee Dunn. Max Siu Duong. Miller Bradley Eastridge. Miranda Grace Eberly. Nicholas Francisco Ebert. Matthew John Eby. Jacob Anthony Ehrman. Bailey Ann Elikonich. Jordan Chase Elliott. Shelby Jean Emiett. Allison Dean Eppinga. Madison Elizabeth Evans. Brittany Marie Face. Khalid Ahmed Faisa.
Catherine Marie Fedoranco. Giro Anton Fenn. Jessica Lynn Feldkamp. Frances Janet Fenelon. Danielle Marie Fillmore. Sarah Virginia Finnegan. Jonathan Horngren Firehammer.
Thanks, Julie.
Allie Bell Fisk. Sarah Marie Foley. Robert Lewis Fowler IV. Samantha Handley Fox. Lauren Rose Fraley. Chase Alexander Franchek. Sarah Magdalena Frank. Emma Leah Frazier. Anne Marie Frigo. Sarah Marie Friedrichsen. Brandon Todd Froner. Anne Josephine Philly. Scott Alexander Forrest Gable. Jordan Christine Gakeley. Sarah Emily Garbinski. Isabel Susan Gasparovic. Bradley C. Gasparovich. Jack Scott Geiger. Rachel May Generu. Olivia Summer Jeevis. Samantha Lee Giannotti. Tyler James Gidley. Catherine Eleanor Gilbert. John Thomas Giles. Brian Jacob Givens. Jared Michael Gleason. Autumn Marie Gaudette. Matthew Lewis Goethals. Alejandra Gomez. Jose Francisco Gomez Solorzano. Roberto Carlos Gonzalez. Veronica Marie Gonzalez. Olivia Louise Gorney. Christian Lee Gould. J. Roger Graydon. Kyle Thomas Grill. Randy Marie Gross. Lauren Elizabeth Gerard. Mercedes Jewel Haggerty. Mackenzie Christy Haygood. Rachel Christine Hamill. Mitchell David Hansen. Martin Daniel Hansknecht. Matthew Joseph Hargrove. Holly Elaine Harmon. Todd Zachary Harton. Trevor Michael Hartman. Cora May Hasberger. Alexandra Ann Haugen. Carissa Lee Javier. Sierra Elaine Haynes. Adam Fraser Head. Aaron Ashlyn Healy. Kyle Evans Herman. Ryan Morrison Herrick. Amelia Jeanette Hill. Avery Michael Hill. Tirza Anne Marie Hill. Colin Ray Hine. Dane Robert Huffman. John Michael Holt. Taylor Lynn Horvath. Emma Catherine Hausner. Richard Joseph Hovde. Brittany Michelle Hutchins. Joshua David Heineck. Amarachi Cairo EKG. Ali Hassan Isa. Colin Joseph Issel. Nathaniel John Jacobson. Carly Taylor James. Jennifer Lynn Jenza. Stephen Nabatsar Jazina. Name. Julia Michelle Jasky. Michael Evan Jasmine. Benjamin Alexander Johnson. David William Johnson. Grant Ross Johnson. Adriana Eve Jones. Derek Stephen Jordan. Connor Ferreira Judge. Ryan Christopher Jurek. Sarah Ahmed Karkura. Caleb Michael Carthabartles. Alexandria Joan Case. Samantha Rose Kalstrom. Elizabeth Nanette Kendall. Lauren Olivia Kesselring. Dewan Kim. Anna Lynn Kincaid. Mariah Shallon King. Courtney Elizabeth Kirkpatrick. Winton Carl Kirkpatrick. Stephen Alexander Kais. Brandon Paul Kassane. Ryan Michael Klepner. Kaylee Jane Klopachik. Tristan James Klinsky. Eli Lewis DeWeese Knapp. Grayson Fillmore Knapp. Brittany Rose Cook. Harrison William Cook. Corbin M. Kerner. Emily Ann Koziel. Noah Edward Kreitz. Dean Edwin Keebler. Rohan Bhushan Kulkarni. Ian Hendrick Quant.
Lauren Jacqueline Lahi. Emily Marie Lance. Juan Jose Lara Rodriguez. Therese Catherine Larson. Carlton Ethan Lartigue. Connor Joseph Learman. Emily Jean Learman. Alexa Lorraine Lehman Murray. Joseph Edward Lentini. Kelsey Ann Leppert. Cal Robert Livesay. Matthew Robert Loheed. Emily Elizabeth Loria. Nicholas Russell Lovejoy. Thomas Turner Lucas. Alyssa Renee Lucart. Glenn Alton Lucart. Emily Ann Lupton. Matthew Thomas Luther. Brennan David Luttrell. Allison Renee Lurtzma. Nathaniel Green Mack. Aditya V. Manari. Alexander Devin Manahar. Catherine V. Marchenko. Mackenzie Marie Marshaldon. Christina Mardosas. Cora Marcella Maresca. Garrett Robert Marion. Abigail Margaret Martin. Jared Preston Jesse Martin. Megan Beatrice Martin. Alexander Andrew Martinelli. Brendan Tyler Matthews. Seth Matthew Mock. Rachel Nicole Mock. Chloe Alexandra McCarthy. Catherine Adele McCollum. Alexander Southgate McCormick. Tess Geraldine McGuire. Olivia Marie McKelvey. Megan Marie McLaughlin. Emily McLean. John Stewart McMorris. Natalie Murnay McQuaid. Francesca Jessica Medoro. Natasha Elena Meineke. Nikolai Vladislav Meineke. Connor Stephen Menser. Allison Elizabeth Meyer. Kyle Jordan Miley. Matthew James Militello. John Lester Miller. Michael Richard Miller. Thomas George Miller. Lillian Claire Minette. Rhea Mishra. Brennan Summers Ezek Mitchell. Michael Paul Monahan. Michael Jerome Monford Jr. John Colum Manji. Alexis Kayla Morgan. Matthew David Muckala. Claire Ann Mullenix. Austin William Monroe. Lauren Bailey Murphy. Thomas Kalen Murphy. Brittany Marie Nagel. Annabelle Jihad Nam. Thomas John Needham. Joshua Patrick Nelson. Sarah Michelle Nelson. Jacob Nicosia. Megan DeLon Nelson. Edie Grace Nissen. Adam Joseph Nowicki. Matthew Martin Nurkinen. Sophia Laley O'Connor. Evan Patrick Kaayo Offerly. Patrick Taylor Ogden. Christopher H. Okarski. Michael James Olson. Ryan Matthew Thomas Olson. Brooke Ann Opeland. Joshua T. Opeland. Jacob Charles Ortman. Seth Christopher Ostrander. Zachary Taylor Owings. Collins Obina Ozor. Logan James Padawan. Jordan Lene Page. Jeb Philip Polka. Nicole Marie Palmerton. Aiden Jacob Parampil. Joshua Alec Patton. Alec Bruce Paxton. Haley Nicole Pierce. Ethan James Pites. Alejandra Salazar Perez. Aaron Kathleen Peters. Lane Harrison Peters. Brian David Peterson. Joseph Robert Peterson. Lily Danielle Phelps. Emily Marie Plisco. Morgan Christine Poliano. Cassidy Rose Polzen. Mason Javon Powell. Blake Michael Prashan. Kelly Amanda Prophet. Megan M. Purcell. Evan Berk Raker. Jamie Nicole Raup. John David Raup. Srinath Ravindran. Catherine Wynn Recknagel. Rebecca Lynn Redfern. Andrew Jordan Retzloff. Alexa Ray Reist. Alec Gary Richards. Madison Jean Rochelle. John McGovern Robinson.
Alexandria Taylor Roche. Vanessa Gray Rowe. Mary Elizabeth Ream. Matthew David Rosati. Margaret Emma Rose. Zachary Stephen Rose. Haley Elizabeth Ross. Kira Danielle Ross. Madison Christine Ross. Juliana Rachel Maria Rosetto. Zachary Michael Rubin. Brody Allen Salmone. Joseph Scott Salowich. Andrew James Sanderson. Brian Kane Saporito. Anne Marie Satin. Lauren Zhao Sayer. Rachel Christine Schmidt. Kevin Arnold Schnitzer. Angelica Cheyenne Schofield. Samuel David Schrader. Tyler Dylan Schran. Michael Christopher Shuby. Maggie Elizabeth Schumborg. Ian Michael Schwenke. Emily Isabel Sharp. Teddy Marie Sheets. Yuha Shin. Brittany Raylyn Schrum. Lauren Regina Shumway. Dale Kenneth Sievert II. David Stephen Simeon. Joseph Scott Simpson. Amber Lynn Singh. Matthew James Skanecki. Samuel John Swanson. Jenna Kim Slutton. Julia Learlin Smith. Rebecca Lee Smith. Reagan Nicole Smith. Jessica Holden Sorkin. Connor James Southwell. Elizabeth Suzanne Sparaco. Corinne Stacy. Benjamin Thomas Stankovic. Brian Joseph Stouter. Jordan Jefferson Steed. Matthew James Stewart. Mackenzie Caitlin Sullivan. Ethan Manning Sykes. Sarah Catherine Safransky. Emily Ann Zalay. Angela Nicole Shuminsky. Catherine Nicole Tapia. Charlotte Jean Taylor. Victoria Lee Taylor. Scott Christian Thomas. Carl Wesley Ty. Ralph Luis Tiglau. Emma Stewart Tokuyama. Allison Taylor Tomelio. Eliza I. Treber. Hannah T. Treber. Holly B. Treber. Madeline A. Treber. Sydney Elizabeth Tressler. Lindsay Allison Trokey. Luke Michael Trokey. Hannah Claire Turner. Liam Thomas Turner. Kennedy Ann Ofig. Alicia Sipanich Uncle D. Carter James Valoric. Brandon Lee Veal. Ilana Rose VC. Ashlyn May Victoria. Samuel J. Wagman. Kyle Danielle Wagner. Jillian Lee Walter. Douglas Philip Warilla. Olivia Mali Wash. Benedict Gregory Watson. Michael Frank Watson. Elizabeth Laura Whedon. Rachel Renee Wiedmeyer. Austin Thomas Welch. Jillian Hope Welch. Victoria Lynn Wellings. Brian Matthew Wernett. Catherine Francis Wesh. Savannah Michelle West. Cooper Sullivan Whitley. Chad Danielle Whitling. Eileen Vishman. Gage Joseph Wiedmeyer. Lauren Elizabeth Wilkie. Ava Rose Wilcoes. Connor Everett Williams. Samuel Anthony Williston. Marissa Lee Wilworth. Chad Thomas Wilson. Matthew Christian Winkelseth. Chad Matthew Winner. Kylie Ann Wirt. Courtney Leanne Witten. Madison Lynn Witter. Audrey Francis Wolf. Matthew Luke Wood. Liberty Ann Woodside. Eric DeChung Wu. Cameron Elizabeth York. Taylor Lynn Young. Gabrielle Leanne Zapolnik. And Brandon Matthew Zukowski.
At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Ali Issa, the president of the class of 2016, to the podium to present his closing remarks. Your speech right here if you want to use it. You're okay with this?
I had some edits on here.
Okay, all right. So there you go.
All right.
Off you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Speak slowly and clearly, okay?
Of course, yeah. Hello. Okay. Coach Harbaugh, Superintendent Graydon, members of the Board of Education, administration, faculty, guests, and the members of the class of 2016. It is my honor to represent our class on this long-awaited day. Students, please stand and turn to face your parents and family. Together, let's give a round of applause for their patience and support. Our parents are the ones who consistently encourage us to attend school every day. Most importantly, they patiently listen to our complaints and high school drama. Now let's turn our attention to the stage and the areas on the side of the stage to acknowledge our teachers, administrators, and our class advisors, Ms. Clark and Mrs. Horowitz. With their daily help, we learn the meaning of challenge and the goal of success. They supported us on our journey with their knowledge and their genuine concern for our futures. Teachers were more than instructors. Often, they were friends with words of wisdom and great senses of humor. Let's applaud their daily commitment to us. Please be seated. Class of 2016, my theme today centers on the image of the ladder of success. Former Governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, gives this advice. Just remember, you can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets. His words suggest that we need full commitment to our goals. Writer Ayn Rand says, the ladder of success is best climbed by stepping on the rungs of opportunity. Let's take a look at that ladder we have been climbing. The first rung of our high school ladder was our freshman year. Our building is big and somewhat intimidating. New classes and 3 groups of older students gave us reason for some of our fears. We traveled the hallways in packs. Apparently, we thought there was safety in numbers. The second rung was our sophomore year. This was a year when we had the confidence to establish friendships beyond our classmates. We participated in extracurricular activities involving sports, music, and academic club teams. Of course, learning to drive was important too. It was another step to responsibility and independence. The third rung represents our junior year. Remember being lined up like sardines in the gym taking the ACT? It was a stressful year of taking tests and making big decisions about our future. Since our school has been named one of the best in the nation, hard work is common to maintain a standard of excellence. The fourth rung signifies our senior year when we were completing graduation requirements, sending out college applications, and thinking about entering the work world. And of course, most of us encountered senioritis. We were anxious to keep moving up that ladder. One of our present commitments is to leave a memorable legacy to those who follow us. Inspired by a research paper assignment from a Saline High School college writing class, we are donating our class funds to establish an outdoor classroom. Saline High School embraces new ideas. Returning to our ladder of success, I will close with a quote from Coach Harbaugh. Realistic expectations for life are that we are going to be better today than we were yesterday, be better tomorrow than we were today. That's a plan for success. Class of 2016, please rise. Follow me as I move my tassel from left to right. There we go. Congratulations to the class of 2016!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to present to you the newest alumni of Saline High School, the graduated class of 2016.